Welcome back to Championship Bowling. Mike Seller with Joe Ryan here, and we're set for our championship match. John Gorman, who's fought his way up the ladder. You see his wife and son, John Jr., and his wife, Sandy, and our #1 seed awaiting John Gorman, Wes O'Donnell, 32 years old, from Riverdale, Maryland. 10 games of qualifying yesterday, a 153. Did very well, though, today in the semifinals.
Wes O'Donnell averaged 167 for his 5 games with a high game of 187. I bowled in his division. I can tell you he bowled very well.
Well, John Gorman's been bowling well today. He's won 2 matches in our TV finals, defeating Steve Foley by 40 pins in the first match and squeaking by Kenny Cross by 2 pins in the last match, the one just completed. And now he's out for his first DPBA Pro Tour victory. Starts off with a spare in the first. Wes O'Donnell, first chance we've seen him, had to see him on the TV finals. He is single, 32 years old, 6 years on the tour. He qualified, as I mentioned, a 153. He has qualified previously in Pro Tour stops, but not on the TV finals. And he comes right back with a spare. These 2 guys have started out toe-to-toe, and it promises to be an interesting match. We hope you're enjoying championship bowling wherever you might be watching us.
They bowled together all day Saturday in the qualifying.
So this maybe make them feel a little bit more comfortable. We'll see the scores go up because they know what each other can do. When you bowl 10 games with somebody,
it will make you more comfortable too. You know the guy's not inhuman because you watched him. You were banging hands all day Saturday, congratulating each other, and he did this a lot today. He's down under the ball real well, and he has the pins moving. There you see the 4-6.
And then you don't see the 4-6.
Then you don't. He liked that shot. There you see
John
the 5-10, and the 5-10's gone.
So we're off to a very quick start here in our championship match. Both bowlers spare strike in the first 2 frames. Move on to the 3rd frame. Ooh, that's a tough one. We've seen John come back from this situation to pick up the spare.
Yes, we did. He's on a strike. It makes this a little tough. A lot of things go through your mind. You want to hit something. If you weren't on the strike, you may shoot this a little different. Oh, okay. John, you're making it tough back here.
That's exactly what he didn't want to do, right?
Well, he probably had trouble making up his mind which side to shoot. Wow.
Even he's shaking his head just a bit to see if he can psychologically come back from that when he gets up again. Let's take a look again.
And then we have to see a replay. Now he's going to do it 3 times, Mike. Yeah, it'll fit, folks.
There's Wes O'Donnell.
Well, that's like throwing oxygen to a dying man. Old Wes saying, "Let me at him."
John started out quickly, finishes up 3 frames with a 36. And Wes is on the verge of a makeable spare here. He's got it. Wes O'Donnell looks like he is a man that's got a lot of confidence in what he's doing out there right now.
You know, I watched that, and I've seen Wes bowl before, and like I say, I bowled in his division today, and I really was almost in awe watching how confident he did look. Matter of fact, one of my only bright spots today during the semifinals was I beat him by a pin, and it was his only loss, and I really lucked out to do that. He had me beat all the way. Look, there's how he's done it all day long.
Wes O'Donnell, our #1 seed, he is fighting hard to maintain that advantage.
Watch how down and under. See how his hands under? Boy, he doesn't look like he wants to be denied today, does he?
No. Right where he should be. John Gorman, meanwhile, still struggling after having a disastrous 3rd frame.
Wes shot 187 his last game in the qualifying to move into a top seed position. picked up 35 pins on who was Bill Honeycutt, would look like was going to be top seed. Nice shot, John. 5-10 for a 10 frame.
Now we can take a look at John Gorman.
This is what he wanted to do on the second ball. He's got to get things going, Mike. We're going to run out of frames quick with Wes O'Donnell throwing the ball as well as he is.
Well.
Oh, look at that. He kicked now. He just finished making that shot. Now, maybe that'll give him the confidence to shoot it. He kicked the 7 out, the pin in the gutter. A lot of people would think that you would set that back up, but it's illegal. He didn't hit any of the mechanisms to activate the machine, so the pin's still live.
Slipped a little bit on that one. Caused him to go offline a bit. So he's got the 3rd ball. And through 5 frames of 55 for John Gorman, and now Wes O'Donnell steps up. And right now, it's just a question of Wes O'Donnell maintaining concentration and continuing to do the things he's done through the first 4 frames. 5 frames.
I don't think he's going to fall asleep. He's been pumped up all day. Boy. You won't throw the ball any better in here and get any less. But that was a well-thrown ball. He's got the 4-7 for a spare to keep his string of spare, strike going.
He's got the spare. 80 through 4 frames for Wes O'Donnell, plus the spare in the 5th. And he'll be working here in the 6th. Get another one.
Oh, well. Sometimes it's just your day.
Wes O'Donnell's got it going.
Pulled this ball to the left, but they come flying out everywhere here at Fairlanes, Middlesex. Watch.
We'll see if he can keep it going when we come back right after this. Our contestants for tonight's championship match: Wes O'Donnell on the left, and John Gorman, you see there. John Gorman will be rolling here in the 6th, and he has certainly got his work cut out for him. Probably an understatement at this point, Joe. He's run into a buzzsaw in the form of Wes O'Donnell.
He sure has, and the only thing he can do is bowl 1 ball at a time, try to make some things happen, and hope that Wes makes a mistake or 2.
At this point, I would think that John would feel like the pressure is off, and might as well just throw him down there and do the best you can. Sometimes that sort of helps. We've seen big leads evaporate before.
Oh, definitely. But there again, he's thrown the first ball already in the 6th frame. Oh, nice shot. And I was just going to say, has his work cut out, and he makes the 5, 9, and 10. A very difficult shot. But he needs to start throwing strikes. He's not going to overcome the 45-pin lead that Wes has making spares at this point. Get back on the front one, see if he can move some pins around here. Big ball. Now,
he has just not gotten untracked here in this championship match. Won 2 matches previously.
Nice shot. 2 shots in a row. He made the 2, 4, 6, and 10 this end. A little exhibition of bowling.
John Gorman's how to pick up a spare clinic continues.
Fine shot.
You drew it out any better. I don't think you could have done that.
That's where you'd have put
the plan.
That's where the chalk line would have been. Come on, Wes, we're looking for a 200 game.
Well, maybe John can give him some tips on how to pick up tough spares.
I don't know, but somebody gave him a tip on how to play safe when you're on a strike. You saw where he stuck that ball, right where it belonged. He certainly didn't want to be flirting with the whole side of the head pin right then. Okay, 81 plus through 7 frames for John Gorman to 126, so it's 45 pins still. But John does have a mark, and Wes went open.
Wes O'Donnell. He's got another one.
Bounce right back.
So O'Donnell is back on the strike count in the 8th. John Gorman up now, working off spares in the 6th and the 7th.
Boy, he's going to have to keep making these shots, too.
Right on the head pin that time. Well, he's made 2 tough ones in a row. Let's see if he tries for 3 here.
I'd love to see it. Nice shot. What an exhibition here. We'll see it.
John Gorman. Watch this. You described it. You couldn't have told the story any better as to where to hit that pin. John Gorman.
Hey, finally got it.
Do it the easy way. This time, knock them all down at the same time. So John has probably hit 3 of the toughest spares in a row that I've ever seen.
But you'd hate to think you have to make 3 shots like that every time before you get a strike.
Wes O'Donnell now, he's had things pretty much his own way through the first 8 frames. Wes gave it a little hop.
Even with John making all those shots, Wes isn't looking over his shoulder. He put his head down, keep on going. Most John Gorman can shoot 169.
Yep.
And Wes
O'Donnell missed there. Leaves him with a 145, 154 possible, 155 with this pin, and he's got it.
If he marks in the 10th frame, he already has, with just a wood box in the 10th frame, he's going to have John on at least 2 more strikes. If he marks, he's going to close him out, and he will be our champion. He struck every time on this frame, on this lane, Mike. 4 for 4 on the left lane.
Well, let's see if he keeps that streak going. Yep.
Well, it's not over.
No, and John Gorman's got a little adrenaline flowing after making some of those great shots. We could have a tight finish yet.
If he misses, if he doesn't make any one of those 3 splits, it's over. And that's got to be going through Wes's head, at least, you know, a thought. If not a thought, it'll be an afterthought if John Gorman throws a doubleheader or a triple.
Well, Wes O'Donnell down to his last ball, and he rolls it through the middle to finish with a 161. So,
seemed like he should have had 190 the way he was moving pins around, didn't it?
Yeah.
But he didn't throw a double, and it's hard to get out of the 60s or 70s unless you catch the doubleheader strike, and he was every other frame.
Yeah.
Must be a strike.
John Gorman, do or die here.
It's not. Hold all tickets, folks.
Well, you won't see a stranger one than that. And let's take a look.
Anybody going down the ramps will turn around and come back now, won't they, Mike? That's a live ball. Just to explain what happened, the ball deflected off the head pin to the wall and came across, and the ball is live from the time it makes contact with a pin. Had it gone in the channel and come out and then hit a pin, it's a dead ball. He needs one more. Are you kidding me? Holy mackerel, Mike, I don't believe this. I absolutely do not believe this.
John Gorman.
He needs, now he's not finished, he needs 3 on this ball. Do you believe this? He went 3 splits in a row, 3 strikes.
And he's on the verge.
The shot that was heard all over the world. Were we just speaking of that a little while ago? My goodness. Stay behind the line and keep it in the middle.
And he's got it!
Finish. Holy mackerel.
John Gorman with an impossible finish. And he pulls it off. to win it. 169-161. And a standing ovation for John Gorman. Let's take a look again.
Well, there you see.
Icing on the cake.
That's the replay of the last 4 balls that John Gorman threw. And we showed you 3 replays prior to that where he made splits. Just incredible.
And we'll be back to talk to the Miracle Man, John Gorman, after this. Welcome back to Fairlane's middle section, Baltimore, Maryland. An improbable, almost miraculous finish as John Gorman defeats Wes O'Donnell 169-161 in our championship match. And with me now, Mike Glennie from Fairlane's district manager. Mike, you've got an award to make.
We certainly do, and one that's certainly justified. John, I've never seen a finish like that. Unbelievable.
Neither have I.
Good job. Outstanding. Keep up the good bowling.
Thank you.
John, you were down by 45 pins. Improbable finish. You had to make those 3 spares before you came back with the 4 strikes. What was going through your mind as things were kept going?
Somewhere. I need some strikes. That's all I could do. I says, can't win without strikes.
That's right. You couldn't win without strikes, and you did. 169-161, as Mike mentioned. An outstanding finish. Congratulations. Also, a round-trip ticket to the Caribbean on American Airlines. Congratulations on your first tour win.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe Rainier, what can you say about a finish that we just had?
All I can say is I'm glad I was here, because if you were trying to tell me this happened, I wouldn't believe it. I mean, the man had 3 splits, made all 3 of them. If he doesn't make one of them, which I would say they were probably 1 in 15 the odds, and he makes all 3 and then goes 4-bagger to poor Wes O'Donnell. What else can we say? Nice shooting, John. Congratulations.
Once again, we'd like to thank Fairlanes for their hospitality. They just did a great job all weekend long.
Yes, they did. They're a great host.
All right, for Joe Rainier, I'm Mike Sella. Thanks for joining us for Championship Bowling. We'll see you again next time, everybody.